China has a secret weapon. A little secret weapon that has a huge impact on India and all countries as well. It is not coronavirus. It is not the military upper hand. It is not nuclear power. It is the economy. China's method of domination by bankruption and then becoming a superpower is affecting you, me and everyone alike. Namaste everybody, this is your host Srinivas Nigam. You're watching The Unbiased and today we're going to speak how China is weaponizing the economy for global domination. The whole world today is busy fighting the COVID-19 pandemic, but not China. China is posing its boundaries in the North China Sea, in Vietnam, in Japan and India as well. In the middle of a global pandemic and a world big breakdown, China is getting political. But why? The relations between India and China have never been great, and we have been at constant conflict since the independence itself. And the recent standoff in the GALWAN Valley proved the very same, how China is openly calling the Arunachal Pradesh and Ladakh as its territories. If you have not watched our video about the GALWAN Valley, please watch it from the link in the I button above.
Timing is a great thing at the time when whole-souled mainstream media is focusing on the arrival of Rafale jets and de-escalating tension of standoff between India and China in Ladakh. They have left no stone unturned to make us believe that China is scared of us in all ways, be it in diplomacy or defense. But we all know one thing, that nothing of China lasts long. We might have met them back of this time, but knowing swindler attitude in past, let us ask a question to ourselves, whether we have really defeated Chinese for once or for all. Timing is a great thing. In this time of crisis, forget about helping its neighbors and strengthening peace. China wants to wage a war on the world. Chinese President Xi Jinping tells its army to prepare for war. And in this war, above all, economy will play a vital role.
Now, let us start from the basics. Any country needs financial support for their development, for which they must take a loan from either the IMF or the World Bank, which has many criteria to be met. China is helping them here. China has been a main exporter of military equipment to Sri Lanka, and also the strategically located Hambantota port in Sri Lanka has been developed by the Chinese. Now, very recently, China and Sri Lanka made a 99-year lease agreement, according to which the Chinese state-owned merchants would be allowed to operate from the port for the next 99 years. Friends, here is how China helps other countries. First, they develop ports and now they operate them. It is like China builds the port, Sri Lanka pays for it. Now China runs the port, Sri Lanka bears the loss of it. Relations between Sri Lanka and China can easily be observed when Sri Lanka supported the Chinese government in the UNSC when a vote was held on the Hong Kong National Security Law. The relations between Bangladesh and China are worth noting down. Recently, China and Bangladesh have increased their trade multiple times and also their technological exchanges. Not to mention, China and its all-weather ally, Pakistan, have created new heights of friendship, with China calling Pakistan an iron brother and motivating Nepal and Afghanistan to be like Pakistan. China helps Pakistan both economically and with military needs. China is the safeguarder of terror in Pakistan. It is the permanent representative of Pakistan in the UNSC to safeguard its terror activities. China has not only helped its neighbors but has also helped many smaller countries like Djibouti and Nepal.
But all that is not bad, right? Even US and Japan are investing in India. How can China be wrong? If you think so, you're mistaken. China is investing in those countries that have high strategic importance. and the investment it makes in these countries is practically so high that these poor countries can never completely repay them. And there begins China's depth diplomacy. The port China built for Sri Lanka was built with the view of raising the opportunities for the Sri Lankan people, but today remains largely empty. Also, China's iron brother Pakistan recently uncovered a $630 million scam made by Chinese companies in the China-Pak Eco Corridor. And as we all know, when time passes, the interest rate also piles up. And when countries fail to repay China, this is where China kicks in and becomes a superpower. It imposes its strength on those countries and takes over operations completely. Although the ports and areas China has taken over through this method are being used for economy and trade purposes right now, but if China sees fit, it can convert this economic basis into military bases in very short time and with extreme ease. A picture is open to million interpretations. Looking at the picture on the screen, doesn't it seem as if the investments China has made is in and around India? Yes, we are surrounded by China. The Chinese have used the method of pearl of strings on India.
Economy first, to gain influence around weak countries near India, surrounding India, and during the time of war, to attack not only from one side but from all the sides with all force. China, with global pandemic, has created a scene where it's difficult to afford a war due to our failing economies as well as prevalent medical threat. If you have not watched our previous video about economic crisis during COVID-19 pandemic, please do watch it. But can we break the string of pearls? Yes, definitely. With the right use of diplomatic ties and strengthening our defense strategies and enlighten people about China's trickery, we can break the pearls. Various countries have raised their voices against China, both silently as well as openly. President Donald Trump's administration has clashes with Beijing over trade and COVID-19 pandemic, as well as China's imposition of controversial new security law on Hong Kong. Mr. Pompeo said the Chinese Communist Party was stealing, not only stealing the American intellectual property, but European intellectual property too, costing hundreds of thousands of jobs. US has ordered to close the consulate of Houston, Texas by Friday.
Claims that Russia has postponed the delivery of S-400 air defense system to China, with experts claiming that it might be a hint that Russia supports India amid the standoff. Tensions between China and the world are on an all-time high from the past year.
Place the cards right and India could grasp the opportunity and break the string of pearls. But the government cannot do it alone. It needs help from you, me, and all Indians alike. We must become Atmanirbhar and boycott China from within our houses for starters, and then move it to the entire country. And as well as subscribe to the Unbiased so that they can keep bringing great content like this in the future. Stay safe, stay unbiased. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.